Howdy YouTube, this is Serptonius. We're starting again right where we left off, actually almost. I did a little bit of testing with this hovercraft and I figured out that if I change these 3 front blocks to 3 full blocks, last time if you remember I had these little small angle blocks, an angle one here, nothing in there, and another angle block here. It kept catching on the terrain. But if I change those to full blocks, that goes away. So that is a bit of a problem. So that's done. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up shop. Just pick up all of our stuff and we're going to relocate to where the base is at. And then shift F to pick it up. I'm going to get back on this guy, Y to turn him on, space bar to bring him to full height, and V to change view, and you can see he's not catching on the ground at all. So that's a big difference. So really liking that. So here we are back at the new base. C to drop down, hover height down to the bottom. Y power off. F and V. We're good to go. So I'm going to put this right here, and then put all this stuff right back in there. I'm going to take the multi-boost, and one of the first things we're going to do today is we're going to unlock the armor. We did get up to level 5 there at the previous episode, so that's good. See if there's anything else here that we want. We might come back to those, but let's make sure we've got enough. A small constructor is perfect. O2 station, locker. I think that's it. Oh, the base. We want to get the fuel station. Small generator. Small constructor. The grow light. Cargo boxes, ammo boxes, food processor. I will unlock the container, but I'll wait till we get to level 7. So to get that on the go. Solar panels, projectile turrets, sentry guns. Yep, there is a lot of different stuff to build with this, and we'll get to all of it at some point. I'm going to do the elevator block. See if there's anything else in the hover vessel that I want to get going. I only have 5 points left. So I'll do the RCS and the hover engine. Interesting. That counted as... It was 2 and 3, so I clicked on both of those. I still have 1 point left. Not sure how that happened, but okay. Anyway, so right now we're going to create the armor. We need that. Now we also need an armor locker to be able to put that on. I thought I saw somebody getting too close. Be careful about splash on this, because if you shoot your own stuff, it will take it out. But got him no problem. Put that back in there. So we need a little bit more resources. Need a fuel tank and generator. Let's see what we can make out of that. We can make the fuel tank. We are missing some copper for the small generator. So while we're away, let's queue up that. That way that'll be making that for us whenever we're heading back. Parish time 13, that's not bad. 10 for the confetti moss. So let's go ahead and create some healing with that. I'm going to do the anti-parasite pill because that is a definite need. Go ahead and move that to the front just so we're not running up against any parish problems. See what else we can get to. That butterfly down there, I saw something out of the corner of my eye freaking me out as to what that is, and it's fine. So another item might have missed in the survival constructor. If you have the energy bars here, I don't know if it's a bug or a intended design, but these will not expire. So if you make any energy bars and leave them in the survival constructor, you do not have to worry about parish time. So that is definitely a good thing. I'm going to go ahead and take that medication with us just in case. I'm going to put the fuel tank down. And it's upside down. It really doesn't matter, but don't like putting stuff in upside down. Put that right here. So that's ready to go for whenever we get the rest. Going to head back to the Polaris trading station now that we've got this little vehicle. And I remembered to take the multi-boost that we did get out of that one POI a little while back. So, gonna zoom on back. You can see, by comparison to the motorbike, this is definitely a faster vehicle. Even though this is the most simplistic, least capable out of all of the hovercrafts you can make. Get stuck on stuff. There we go. Zooming on through. And again, we will need some more resources, and we will get those on the way back whenever we get back to this little beach area. Again, don't want to do any mining while we're in the Polaris area until we get much better relations with them. Do not want them mad at us. So zooming through actually so fast that this beefy computer's having trouble keeping up drawing the terrain. So that's fun. So there is that promethium deposit that's teasing us. We can't get at that because we're not good enough relations with those guys. Eventually what I want to do is get a auto miner put on there so that we can mine that without depleting it. And if you remember, we did set auto mine depletion to off. Now it's a setting you can do. So we're going to put on the armor, and it comes with 2 booster spots. Put one of them with the multi-boost. You can see as I take it in and out all of the different pieces, parts, and the numbers that change. It's quite a bit a difference, and whenever you get up to the top with 4 multi-boosts, it's a pretty dramatic change. Well, I like those the most. I guess I never turned it off. So V, spin around, and we've got heading back to our portable constructor. And we're going, as soon as we get out of the Polaris area, and so the Polaris area is built in the forests, and there is quite a lot of nasties that hang around in the forest. It's not near as bad in the swamps. So a little bit over to the side here. We want to make sure that we get to that beach area. Okay, we're outside the Polaris zone. And keep on hitting F to get out. Will not let you get out until it stops moving. So, resource drill. We were out of copper, and remember, copper is not found on the beaches or the swamps, but in the crash zone. Here's some silicon, quite a bit of it actually. And so the beginning parts of this is always just running around picking up resources, as much for the experience as anything else. Once you get to the level 25, you have all of the you can have everything unlocked, and picking up stuff just to pick it up really doesn't help you anymore. There was something, oh no, I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and I was trying to figure out what that was. Holding down the shift key so I can sprint over to the silicon. Silicon's primarily found on the beaches. So going to take the opportunity, pick up a good bit of that. So that off in the corner there, that I believe that is a screamer. Haven't seen very many of these. Oh no, that's a creepy. Creepy is well named. The sounds that they come out with are indeed creepy. Kill him for the experience. 815 experience, very good. Get us on up. Little monster over there is the Cephalopod, I believe. Pseudopod? I forget which. See some resources. That's the important bit. Trouble getting that lined up just right. The nice thing about the survival constructor is it doesn't require any resources at all to use. The nicer drills and excavators all require some sort of resource to power them. We saw with the chainsaw, it's the biofuel. Later on, it'll be promethium. Okay. Headed back into the forest. Not a huge fan at this early stage. So hopefully we'll come out into the plains pretty quick. Here we are. Here's some spices we could definitely use. Get some more salamis going. Did I see any more? Yeah, I did. They're over here. And no, I didn't see any more. We'll pick up some buds, not for just so we can get the experience. Oh, and L for light. So now you can see we've got a little bit of a light going. Works pretty nice. And eventually we can get it to where we have a light on the vehicle as well. So here is some iron. Now that the sun's starting to come up, a little less concerned about what's going on around me. The worst of the creepy crawlies go away. Regular rock. We'll make a quick tour around here, see if I can get some more copper and iron out in this area real quick. Found another spider's nest. Don't really need that. Now we reached level 6, so that's good. Picked up 30 more unlock points. Definitely welcome. Don't want to get too close to that spider's nest. Yes, I've got the shotgun, which helps with that, but don't really. I will go in there and raid that for loot. There are 2 buried loot containers in every one of the spider nests. Just a matter of cleaning them out and then digging them up. So I'm not having very much luck at all with rocks this go around. There's some more copper. Wait for it to level out. V, maybe that'll give me a little bit extra visibility. All of them that I see are just regular rocks. There's some more silicon. We've already picked up quite a bit of that. Not too worried about that. That is regular. Hoping to find some more copper and some iron. And as you see, as we're running around, there are plenty of the alien honey that we can use to... there's some. I found that the frames per second, or the overall just quickness of the refresh is a big difference if I'm in third or first person. I found that if I'm in my vehicle, I prefer third person, but on foot, as you can see, it seems a lot snappier. And see here, this is what I was talking about earlier. You can see that there's a little bit of an indentation, so when I was shooting that bug earlier, I must have got a little bit of that block, so damaged it somewhat. So I can make some salami. Go ahead and queue that up. I'll put the blocks for the building in my bar. And we want to make a generator. Get that built going. See, what else do we need right this second? That's a clone chamber. Right now, I think that's good. So, another bit, we can hit F5. That comes out with the builder's drone. And we want to come out. As you can see, it's a little bit floaty. It takes a little bit of getting used to actually get a hold of it. I haven't done a lot of building with it here recently, so a little bit floaty right now. But give me a little bit of time and I'll get used to it again. So I've got a design in mind that I build with quite a bit. It's what is on my workshop. With all of the upgrades and a little bit of single player stuff that I have been doing right now, I've changed it up just a little bit, and I think it works a little bit better. So there's another aspect to this game called structural integrity, and for now I'm going to leave it on. We'll see how that works out, see if it is left on throughout this series. Not positive that I'm going to leave it on, but definitely for now I will. So next. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, as a good example of structural integrity, hit N and then get you to the debug, and you can see show structural integrity. You can see thank you. So you can see the blocks that are that have complete support on the ground is bright green. These that have the hole in them where the door is going to go is a little bit dark. And you can see way over here, this block has got a lot less support than this one back here. And as we go farther and farther out, eventually it'll get to the point where it has no support at all and it will crash to the ground. So that is not good. And we definitely do not want that. So I'm going to build a support. And now you see that's turned green, and this, and then all of these blocks closer to it are now a greener shade. This view is actually also nice to use if you're building in space, so you can see the blocks around you. You can also use it to build at night. Both of those are good ways to use this view. Also, if you're doing really complicated builds, 4, 5, 6, it will help you so that you don't push the structural integrity to the point where it collapses on it, which that is not going to help. Okay, so I'm out of blocks again. So this is going to be kind of a big build. This is actually going to be the smallest of the different size of structures. I have not yet built the bases with this new design, so I'm kind of interested to see how they turn out. I think this is how I want it. We'll see as things go along. Part of the reason why I'm doing it on this one is so that we can kind of see how things go. Okay, yeah, and you can see my Stuff is starting to spoil because it's just in here too long. Can I make any more salami? Any more meat? Let's see. Cannot. Perish time 9. I'm trying to keep an eye on that. Not let it go too far. I don't mind a little bit of it spoiling. I will need the spoiled food for later on, but as you can see right here, you can make it out of the stuff that you've accumulated. So turn this guy around. One of the problems with this generator is anything that you standing in this block, or this block, you will get heat damage from that, which is a little bit of a problem. Okay, next we want to keep on going. Continuing to upgrade this, we're going to want a small constructor and probably 2 boxes. Well, we're running out of resources again. So 43. Let's see, we're going to need some fuel. Maybe 10 fuel. So let's see what else. So that pretty much ends, looks like, the tutorials for the base building. The solo missions and the Talons. We are going to want to do these. I guess let's start off with a Talon. That one shouldn't be too bad. So it wants us to find the monument. 1.7 miles in that direction. That's not too bad. We can do that. These are both finished. So I will start up the small constructor. Let's see, where are we going to put it? Again, this is the very beginnings of a base. Probably going to move these later on, but right now they'll work just fine. So we want the big ones right there, and have this guy. So P for the panel, and the devices we're going to go ahead and just auto group. And we're going to name this one Constructor In. This one Constructor Out. Out. And then whenever we get in here, we can then access him and change him to Constructor In and Constructor Out. I really butchered the name on that guy. Okay. Now, let's see. Pick up all this stuff. And slice and dice which one goes where. So this is going to be in the out, the out, the out, the out. The rest is going to go on the in. And we do need to get the refrigerator on the go. mind some of this stuff spoiling, but I prefer not to all of it spoil. We do need a little bit of food. Don't eat that. Okay. And where did I put the fuel? There it is. Right click to pick up half of it. And Y to turn on the base. So again, you see that the my temperature 86 degrees here, 158, a little bit high. Stand back a little bit so we don't need that. See what else so I really want that assault rifle. We're out of copper. What it boils down to is I need copper. As you notice, there's a lot more items here that I can build that I was not able to build in the other item. For all of the different bases, I can now build the large generator, the wireless connector, some of the other stuff for the bases that I was not able to build on the other. So it looks like we're gonna need, yeah, I'm gonna need doors, obviously. So need the wood. Let's get that out of here. Want to put the wood in here and make, see, just 50 stacks of fuel, so that'll be doing that. Really I'm going to go ahead and turn off the structural integrity. We're going to head to the monument, see what we can get into from that. Again, have to be careful. This hover vehicle doesn't like water at all. If I see any resources along the way on the surface, I will stop and pick them up. Okay. Speaking of which, right here. And over here, I saw some of this, some of that. And the main thing that we're on the lookout for is copper. But really any resource we're going to need. A bunch of those bugs around here, they probably are going to complain. As I mentioned, they would complain. Go ahead and turn on my jetpack. I thought I had that going. Tried to use it to get out of the way and didn't really jump at all. You can jump to heights that will give you damage. So you have to be careful with that. Such as significant heights. I thought I was going to use that to get out of the way and was not able to. I saw that vegetable. At half health, so need to be a little careful Till I can find an alien honey. There's an iron. See a little bit more over here. Almost didn't see my ship. Here we go. Copper. Copper and iron. Copper being the main thing that we're looking for. Here's more silicon. I've got plenty of that on the go. Headed over this way. Around. Perfect. 2 coppers right here. Jump out for that. Okay. Continuing. There's a slimy. They're just like all the rest of them. They're not not that dangerous. As long as you don't mess with them, they will leave you alone. And they are kind of fun looking. I did pick up that guy. Run over here. Main thing I stopped for was a copper and picked up everything except. Here's quite a bit. Iron, 2 coppers, bunch of healing. Go ahead and get all of this. We're going to be doing quite well by the time we get back. We will be able to make some good progress on the base. The other thing we're going to be looking for is the solar panels. Gonna want to get those on the go. That cuts down our intake or our usage by offsetting that. There's a battery capacitor that you can build as well. See that pseudopod? Get out of here before he notices us. We'll get out for this iron. Iron, you're always going to need lots of quantity of it. Yeah, I hear you too. So off we go. Some more silicon. Not going to really interested in that. Getting a little bit close to the ground than what I want. And I am kind of pushing forward and then stopping, pushing forward and stopping. It's not actually catching. I'm just trying to not miss anything. I won't stop for the silicon, but if it's here, might as well get it since I'm already stopped. Slimy, where I did a ring all the way around my hover vessel and lost track of it. Thought I saw some. There's a copper right here and an iron and a copper behind me. Once we get to a little bit farther on, as I say, I use the auto miners to do most of the ore collection for me. But at the very beginning, I do run around, get this going. I try not to actually mine out the deposits if I can. Talon territory in neutral. So this means I need to stop, make sure I do not collect any plants, and believe minerals as well, until I am a lot better off with these guys. So iron, silicon, and copper will all be found. There is some Talon there in full view. There's the monument that they want me to investigate. And there's the copper that I was telling you that is probably going to be found. Let's find someone with answers. Again, you can see the hut. You can see this POI is dramatically less technologically advanced than that base that we had just come out of. Let's see if there's anyone, if the chief that we need to find is in this facility. I think he is, but we'll see. Go ahead and put all my guns away. Those guys with those crossbows is quite a pain. Chief is 500 feet in that direction. That is not going to be one of these guys. Are you up to the, not up to the point that they'll trade with me yet? While that is a chief, that is not the chief we are looking for. Just checking my power. I still have... Whoa! Don't get on the water. Still have 110 minutes left in the fuel tank. This guy is very fuel efficient, as he is. Whoops. I may have made a mistake. Here we go. Whoa! Got out of that one. This guy being so zippy over flat ground can be a bit of a pain. And yet it's awesome at the same time. Okay. Those guys were very bad in previous versions. Luckily, they are peaceful in this one. Here's the chief that I'm looking for. Hello, strangers. May the voices of the past lead you to wisdom. How can we help you? My answer is, I came to search for this ancient tower over there. Can you tell me something about it? Doesn't seem to fit with your rural area. Chief, a well-spoken stranger, but the wisdom of the ancient will only unravel for the chosen. What is your tribe, stranger? My answer, me am tribe. Terran tribe, I would say, but I mean, I crashed on this planet in an escape pod, and Chief, very interesting tribe, Terran tribe. Listen, Terran tribe, we will see what we can expect from you. Go to the trader, and with the credits I gave you, buy one of the sprouts. This will tell us more about your destiny. So this is the trader. I've got 100 credits. And let's see, what sprout shall I buy? Gonna want to try to buy a sprout that I'm gonna use later anyway. That would be the pumpkin sprout. I've definitely used those in my build. Here's a little favor I'd like you to ask. Croc fields were repeatedly attacked by spider-like creatures pop in existence around the tower. Okay. Yeah. Not really what I wanted to do. Some of these spiders are a real pain in the... So I'm not 100% sure this is a good idea. But... worst thing can happen is I will die, and it'll be fun. So, let's actually... Too late. I wanted to get this out of the way. Need to be very careful that I only hit these guys and nobody else. I only need to kill one of these spiders. There's two of them. I forgot to heal myself up. And I'm not hitting anything today. There we go. Reload. And there's pretty much no way I'm going to be able to finish this mission off. Whoa! I think there's one more wave of these. And that should pretty much be the end of me. Yeah. Well, that was poorly planned. See, well, I'll show you the consequences of death. So what I'm going to try to do is get to my backpack without those blue guys getting in on me. Really only need those two. I've got 10 bullets left. Maybe the two of those guys will fight each other. No, he's gonna fight me. Okay, so, I'm just about out of bullets as well, so let's see. Not that. That. This is not going good at all. So the dinosaur killed me. That wasn't even part of the mission, so that's fun. I didn't realize that this was the mission that they were going to have me do. Okay. Pick this up because why not? Shift F. Okay. Run away from me. Okay. Got that guy. One more. Have anything to heal me? I do. Wait for that to finish up. Definitely doing this the hard way. And kind of have to be careful because you do not want to anger the Talons by destroying any plants. Whew! Okay, that was unfun. Got it! I got it! Well... okay. I don't know how I pulled that off without hitting anybody else. I only died twice, so that's not bad at all. Okay, gave me 100 money and 2,000 with the Talon. I'm now light. You can see up in the top corner, Talon, the square is green. And I am friendly. So I can harvest a plant in the Talon territory. I can mine ore in the Talon territory. So as soon as I get a auto miner, the copper, iron, and silicon will definitely be placed on here, so there's no problem with that. You can see this container up here. If I get that, that'll give me some nice loot, but it will put me all the way back down to unfriendly with the Talons, which is not great. find the inscription plate. You know, we've gone this far. I've got just a little bit more time want to run on this mission, or this episode. So that, I know where it is. It's up at the top of this guy. I don't, how do I get up to it? Is the question. Where's the entrance? I do not see an entrance. I think that's it right there. See if I can get in underneath it. I can't. I think it's buried underneath this terrain. Yep, it was. Luckily, I had done this before, so I knew that it was a center column. Otherwise, we'd still be trying to figure that one out. No. Okay. Okay. Keep on going up. Careful not to fall off. Easier said than done. Keep on climbing and climbing and climbing. Well, okay. Try that again. Here we are. Got to the wreckage, to the plate. Okay. Okay, second alien tower. Now I need to get down without dying, preferably, any more than I have to. Going up is not helping. There we go. So 1.54 miles in that direction. And we're going to leave it right here. Where is my hover vessel? I think it's over here. Yes, it is. So I'm going to go back to my base, I think. Where's, make sure. So I believe that is F, whatever this one is. So I want to figure out where my base is at. So I get over, this is the registry. I turn on show private so that it'll show me my hover vessel and my base. And I'm going to click on this guy and waypoint it. So now I will have a waypoint to where my base is at. F6 was definitely the wrong button. So my base is 1.73 in that direction, and the alien tower is 1.6 in that direction. I'm going to leave it right here, and whenever we come back, I believe I will be coming at it from the base. So we'll head from the base over to the alien tower. I'm going to need to get my assault rifle. I'm going to need to get more rounds. We can do that with all the resources that I picked up. Anyway, have a good one, YouTube. If you like what you've seen, leave a like below. Subscribe to see more. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And I will follow up as best I can, chasing that down. Anyway, have a good day, people.